You guys, I just realized that I filmed this whole video with my camera horizontal and not vertical. So please forgive me because I do want to upload this. I'll do another revised version later. Thank you. Also, disclaimer guys, I did not clean any of my stuff, so I don't want to hear it. This is a for real makeup tutorial, okay? This isn't the picture perfect beauty influencer tutorial, okay? Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this soft glam look. It's soft glam for me, okay? Okay. This might be heavy for some people, but if you're a girl like me, this is soft glam every day. Takes about 30 minutes. For me, it takes me about 20 minutes when I'm not trying to show you what I'm doing, but it's beautiful, it's glamorous, it's glowy, it's pinky, it's girly. So stay tuned if you want to know how I got this look. My skin is already prepped. I keep my skincare routine pretty simple because my skin is sensitive. I simply just use, I don't even know what this is. I got it from TJ Maxx like a long time ago and I bought 3 of them and I love it. Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. And then some rosemary spray. First Aid Beauty. This stuff is actually really good. Ultra Repair Cream. My barrier has been screwed and this is really good to help repair that. Very thick. So if you have mature skin and you want to really moisturize your face, use this. And then just some SPF. This is probably not the best stuff to use on my face. I don't even want to look at the ingredients. I'm not gonna look at that right now, but I just got it right quick because it was something. But yeah, so go ahead and come along with me. Okay, so first and foremost, e.l.f. Grip Primer. Love this stuff. It's a good dupe for the Milk Cosmetics one. So I always use 3 pumps of that, warm it up. I should be putting this on my face with a brush, but I'm just gonna be real here, you guys. I'm not gonna put on a show for y'all. This is how I do my makeup. I use the Milk Pore Eclipse Matte Blur Stick. That looks like this. I really just put it where my pores are the worst, which is really here and here and down here. Let that kind of set. I forgot, I always do a lip treatment while I'm getting ready. You need to be moisturizing your lips. It also helps put a little color on my lips. You guys know that I don't have any color on my lips and I look dead sometimes, especially when I'm talking a lot. My lips go blue. It's freaking crazy. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Pillow Balm lip treatment. I have bought a full size of this before. I got a little sample of this in my Ulta haul because I bought so much from Too Faced. But we're going to have that on the lips. Ready to go. Okay, one more trick that I do before I go in with my foundation. I like to take my setting powder and put it in my T-zone a little bit. So it can just go ahead and start taking some of that oil away underneath the whole layer of makeup. It helps me. My skin is ultimately pretty dry, but I would like to say I kind of have combo skin because literally just in my T-zone, I can get really oily or I sweat there first or something. So anyway, I always do that. It's a small little trick and it makes a big difference. Next, I'm gonna go with my foundation. I always mix my foundations because I spray tan, and so every day a little bit of the spray tan comes off. And so I'm constantly trying to match what level I am, and that always helps if I mix. So I use the MAC Studio Fix foundation. Love this stuff. I use NC30 and NC13. And since I just spray tanned 3 days ago, I'm gonna use 2 pumps of the NC30 on the back of my hand, and then 1 pump of the NC13. I think with MAC, that was like the hardest thing to get used to was, it's not like ivory, light beige, natural beige. It's literally like NC30, 13. It's like abbreviations. And so that was hard to get used to. I bought some messed up foundations before, but I really just rub it together on the back of my hand, and then I scoop it all up and spread it out equally around my face. Next, I'm going to take my foundation brush. I think this is It Cosmetics. It's dirty. That's another thing. All of my brushes right now are dirty, but I washed them last week, and so I've used them like 3 or 4 times. And to me, the 3rd or 4th time is always the best when using them, because it doesn't take too much makeup off, and it doesn't, like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's like you need them a little seasoned for them to really work. But anyway, I just go around. Look at that. I love this foundation. It is so worth it. I used to wear Stay All Day or something from Maybelline, and that one was pretty cool, I guess. But then there's nothing like professional foundation. And MAC just always knows their ish. You know what I mean? Next, what you want to do is get a damp beauty blender and just kind of pat all of that in. Make it seamless. There we go. I had to switch out my clips. For some reason, those other clips were not working. So anyway, moving on to concealer, I used Shape Tape Radiant from Tarte. I noticed that the normal Shape Tape was more matte, and since I'm getting a little bit older, I've been trying to switch all of my products to more glowy product. So I heard that Radiant's really good, and I seem to like it so far. So corner. Here, on the tip of my nose, a little bit up top, and a little bit down here. Okay. And then guess what you do next? You blend it out. Y'all have seen this before. And then for the nose, I literally use my middle finger, and then I wipe it off on my hand like this. It's awful. Now I'm gonna take my little powder and then go in and bake. I don't care how old you get, you can bake. You want it to last all day, you bake. I don't care. I use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, Cherry Blossom Cake. I love that it's pink and it smells really good. I'm usually not a scent person with makeup, but it's not like a super strong scent. It's just kind of there. But I love this stuff. There we go. You guys, who watches Mormon Wives? What is it? The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Oh my gosh. I cannot with Taylor Frankie Paul right now. I knew that she always, like, I knew when I first heard about her was when that police, like, body cam video footage came out of her and the domestic violence thing, but we never saw the video, and literally Dakota is leaking everything, leaking all of her tea to TMZ. She was supposed to be on The Bachelorette, and they canceled her season like 2 days before it was supposed to come on. Do y'all think that they're gonna end up airing The Bachelorette? Because they freaking better. That's all I gotta say. I'm honestly, it's to a point where I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing about it. Like, we get it. This happened like 3 years ago. Like, let's just move on. But anyway, I have no one to talk to about this, and it's just crazy. It's insane. Next, while this is baking, I am going to go in with my cream bronzer. And I use the LYS in Harmony. I love this stuff. I've heard of people hating on it. I love it. So it seems to do really good for me. And then I've heard of people, like, it's very, you'll see, it's very pigmented. I've heard of people having to put it on the back of their hand and then warm it up. No, we just go in. We just go all in, because I'm not sitting here wasting time like that. I go around here. And no, I don't want to do my forehead. I have a small forehead, so I don't really do my forehead. And then, but I got a big old nose. I hate my nose. I cannot wait to get a nose job. Okay. Boom. And beep. And that's the only place I put my contour. Y'all, I cannot remember what brand these brushes were. Oh no. But this is the RT220 brush. I got them from Ulta. I'll look them up and then I'll put them, I'm so unprepared for this, but I'll look them up and then I will put it down in the description before I upload. How does that sound? You do not want to streak it. You know what I mean? You don't want to drag it. You want to just keep patting. And then that's how I'll like brush it up. Y'all, I don't know. Doing a get ready with me makes me so vulnerable because makeup is so special to me. I didn't want to do like a get ready with me and then have a ton of people like pick apart how I do my makeup and stuff. I don't know. Y'all just be nice to me in the comments. And product is going to look good. I might not get there how y'all get there, but I get there, okay? I know it looks like a lot right now, but the way I said it, it's going to bring it all together. I promise. Okay, so now the nose. This is something, I am 34 years old and I still don't know how to completely contour my nose, but we're just gonna go for it. I try to use this and then I feel like I mess it up, but we're gonna do that anyway. Now I'm just gonna brush all this away. That should be good and baked. Next I'm going in with blush, and I usually do a cream blush, but I think I'm gonna use a powder blush today. I did just get the Patrick Ta, the Duo blush, you know, and she's a doll and it's really pretty. You can tell I've used it, but I don't think that this is the right shade for me. Like, I think I need more of like a warm tone blush. It always looks better. So I'm going to use, that's so sad because I love that color. It's just, I don't know. I think with my skin tone, I need something like, not peachier, but yeah, I mean, peachy cranberry, you know, more like red instead of bright pink, even though I wish. Okay, but I got this palette in my Ipsy this month. I got this in last month's, and I think I'm going to be using this color, which is Gorgeous. So Gorgeous and Stunning. I'm going to do a mixture of these two. So then I'm going to take this is my BH Cosmetics brush for sure. And number 2, this has been, you can see it's all jacked up. I've had this thing forever. It's the shiznit. So we're just going to take a couple little dabbles here and there, and we are going to pack it on right here. And then I kind of brush it up and then lightly do this to kind of blend that in. There's a little more. I got rid of too much of it. There we go. And then brush it in this way. I really have been trying to shy away from using too much blush because I feel like maybe it's a beauty trend, but y'all, we have been using so much blush. Like, we have been blush whores lately. And so I just want a little pop of color. I don't need red, you know what I mean? So I think it takes away from my eyes when I do that. But anyway, that's from Moonslice Beauty. I actually do like this blush a lot. If I don't use blush, or if I don't use the Moonslice, I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Flawless Peach palette. Let me show you what it looks like. Use that one. Isn't that so cute? I love this. So cute. I'm gonna blend a little bit more of this in. If you need to keep blending, just go for it. What I do when there's just too much bronzer, I'll go back through with the foundation brush and kind of just blend it in. See? And then that just like blended it flawlessly, seamlessly. So anyway, moving on, I am pretty ready to set my face. You want to make sure that you like your face before you go and you put some setting powder on it and you spray it. So now we're going back to that normal, I don't know what this is. It says RT. I got this from Ulta, guys. I'm going to have to look at what this is called. This is the 219 brush. Love this too. And just tap it a little bit because we don't need a ton. And I just loosely go over the whole face. Now you want to set it. Actually, I lied. You can go back in and do this. You know, I only used a little bit of setting powder But I'm just gonna put a little bit of this cheekbone primer gel over here, and you just tap it. It just makes a little difference. A little there, and then a little up here, and then a little in the inner corners. And it just gives you a little bit of an illumination. It's nothing too crazy. I like this stuff too. And it's gonna last forever. I got this in Ipsy as well. So for my setting spray, I am stuck on this Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. Love it. So then, and you have to let that completely dry down. So while this is drying down, guys, I want to go back to talking about Mormon wives, because what do you mean that Jesse and Jordan are getting a divorce, and then now there's proof that Jordan like bought escorts and stuff? He was going to swing parties and he bought it on her dime, bought it on her money, because he like stays at home and stuff now. Isn't that crazy? All right, y'all. So my eyebrows are a little bit of a hot topic because I am trying to find a new way to do my eyebrows. I love this pencil. It's from Glam. Brows on Demand 2-in-1 brow pencil. It's like $2. It's on Shein, but I don't know if you saw my other videos. I am done shopping from Shein, so when this is out, I'm screwed. I did just buy the Anastasia pomade because I used to wear that all the time when I was younger, but I don't know. All right, let's just go for it. And that's it. That's all I do. Everyone, like, they use brow gel, they shape it, they do this, that, this, that. That's too much. That's too much for me. Your eyebrows do shape your face. So I'm not saying to not care about your eyebrows, but also like just get them things on and keep it moving. There we go. That's it. That's all I do. So that's it. Anyway, moving on to eyeshadow. Did just buy the I am gonna bring this, I'm gonna whip this one out because I think they said this was new, but I got the new Tarte Man-Eater palette because it was cute and I could look at that mirror, you guys. But yeah, look at all of those shades. Ugh. I don't know, maybe I should use this. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. We're gonna use this. Okay. So, light fluffy brush, just a regular eyeshadow pencil. This one is number, I don't know. It doesn't even tell me. It doesn't even tell me, but you want a fluffy one. You don't want to pack it on. I'm gonna use Lust right here, or I'm gonna use Enamored first, right here. And just kind of just get that base down. And this is Soft Glam, y'all. I'm not gonna do a crazy look or anything. I think I'm going to go in with, let's see, we did Enamored. So I'm gonna go in with Desire right here on the top of my eyelid and sweep it over. Swoop it like that. I really like these colors, y'all. This is really pretty. This is turning out better than I thought. I always have issues blending this one out right here. This, right, you see that? This one always blends out fine, but this eyebrow bone over here, it gives me the most shit. I hate it. Let me see. All right. That's a little better. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little small brush and use just like a glitter. I think I'm gonna use Heartbreaker would go along with that. Heartbreaker is this one. But I think I might go with Playful. That's really pretty. It's like a gold shimmery color. And then I'm just gonna lightly dab it. And then inner corner. Let's get a little more. I'm I'm not supposed to blow it, but I'm not working on a person, so I don't care. But yeah, so this is what we have so far. Very light, very neutral. I just want some color down, basically. And so when you get up close, you can see just a little bit of the shimmer. I'm a wing girl, so I just need color underneath it. You know what I mean? Next, the wing. I was doing a black wing for the longest time, but I'm trying to make it look softer. And so I have switched to a brown wing. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, just the normal, whatever. Love this stuff. And soft brown. I love that tip. Love that tip. And then we just do a little bit. Little, tiny bit. I think eyeliner is so personal because what works for me isn't going to work for you. You know, I've seen some makeup artists tell you to take it way high to make your eyes look snatched and don't go out. But for me and my eye shape, when I go out and then do a little bit on the inside, it looks more put together without it being too rough. Just like that. And then a little bit on the inside. Just like that. Don't worry, we're gonna like blend it out and stuff. And of course I got it all over my eye. No big deal, don't freak out. I'm gonna get one of these puppies. And yeah, that's also not sanitary, but whatever, I don't care. And the way I do my makeup, if there's a little bit of makeup missing there, it's fine because I'm about to blend it all out. Okay, so next I have to tight line. I always smoke out my eyeliner. Maybe it's because I mess it up so much, but it looks better. It looks more blended, more intentional, you know. I am using the Stila Stay All Day Smudge and Set Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. This is what I bought in my Ulta haul that I uploaded last week. I love this stuff. I'm so glad I found it. It really does work, you guys. We like to connect right here, but still keeping this bald. With the eyelashes, it looks good, I promise. Okay, now we have to smoke it out. So you want to take an angled brush, obvi. And see that slight smoke, it looks more intentional now, if that makes sense. It looks intentional, okay? So now that that's done, we are gonna move on to mascara. But yeah, I don't do anything too crazy with the curling, we just get it. I'm using the L'Oreal Extensionist Telescopic mascara. This stuff is really good. This is something I got in my Ulta haul last time. Brush is really small, but I love it. I used like a big fat like bushy brush, but this is pretty good. I like it. I'm getting on all the hits today. Yeah, and sometimes after I curl my eyelashes, I have to go back in and hit it my tight line one more time. I've always done that. Maybe I should just like try to curl my lashes before tight lining. Anybody who is smart would do that, but I have not changed that yet in my routine. So here's where we're at. I usually use my bottom lashes alone, but I've been doing just a tiny bit out here in the corners. They make my eyes look like doll eyes. See, just a little. Now I'm gonna go in tight line one more time. All right. Now this is kind of just like gonna blend it all together. I'm going back to Natasha Denona palette. I'm getting a tiny brush, and we're just getting a little bit of brown, a little bit, because you don't want too much of a smoky eye. You're gonna tap off the excess and just literally bring it all together. And that's it. The eyeliner honestly takes the longest. Okay, so next thing I do before I move on to eyelashes, the finishing touches, I use a lip plumper. I have filler, but I don't know if my body's just metabolizing it quickly or what, but I've done 3 syringes and it's still small. So I'm using the Too Faced lip injection that's going to make my lips plumpy. I'm going to go ahead and put that on so that can be doing its magic while I'm putting my eyelashes on. This stuff does kind of sting. I don't have a lot of experience with lip plumpers, but I like this one. It does sting though. I know when I first tried it, I was like, ooh, oh my goodness. But yeah, that's what makes your lips plump, right? So beauty is pain. Next, we're gonna move on to eyelashes. You don't ever want to use the entire lash, okay, you guys? I used to make that mistake and it looked crazy. So what I do is I like to cut off the last like third of it. It's like the really long part and it just doesn't look as natural. So I always cut that part off and then it leaves you with about this, okay? And I don't use tweezers or anything. I just grab it like this and I use the Kiss normal adhesive lash stuff. It gets gross. You get like all the crap around it, but y'all, I don't care. This is the best glue I have ever used. I have tried other glues and this is queen. So yeah, I can feel that lip plumper is going. She's going. At least it's bringing some color to my lips, you guys. Ugh. And then I just put it down as close to the lash line as possible. Let it set for a minute before I clamp it down with my fingernails. So clip off like the last third of it. Yeah, let's do that. And then the very front of it. I hate how there's like a little doggy ear on the edges of them. Ooh, my lips are looking bigger. Gosh, I need more filler, guys. Like for real, for real. Last time I had surgery, they gave me 1 syringe of free filler. So I'm kind of hoping that's what we do this time too. All right. Goes right on the edge. Yeah, and so for this part, I don't do anything else because I really have to watch my eyelashes while they're drying. I clamp down as it's drying. Nothing is more annoying than eyelashes that are not on correctly. All right. I am a lash girly. I don't see how people don't wear eyelashes. I have been wearing them since middle school, literally. Since my scene days. I don't understand how people go without them. I do not feel like makeup gives what it should give without them. You know what I mean? Like you do a little bit and then you put on that lash and it's like, boom, it comes together. Okay, so now we're gonna do the lips. So my lip combo, my go-to lip combo is Stone and Whirl from MAC in the lip liners, and then my the Dior Pink Lip Glow Oil and MAC's Velvet Teddy Matte Lipstick. So we're gonna start with Stone. We gotta get that on there. Make sure it's really sharpened, y'all. It goes on so much better if it's sharpened. Just going in with Stone. You wanna outline with it. That. And y'all, this is what makes me so mad. This is not from filler. I've had this line on my bottom lip since I was a little girl. And so everyone's always like, why do you overline your lips? I don't. I am unfortunate with this. My injector was like, you're so lucky that you have that. And I don't see how I'm so lucky that I have it because I hate it. But anyway, I just follow along that line. Okay, so Stone first. And then I kind of diffuse it with the Whirl. You see how that's kind of like blending it out? And I'm gonna pat. Do not scrape it. It's from MAC. I love how their lipsticks have the MAC on that. Cute, right? Okay, do not scrape it. Tap it. Okay, I lied. I want to go in with a little bit of Lipstick Snob to brighten it up. Y'all cool with that? It's from MAC as well. Lipstick Snob right here. It's very pink. And I'm just going to put it right in the center. Very, very pink. And you layer it. Now I'm just going to go back in with my whirl. And blend it all in. Don't know that one makeup artist who loves Stone from MAC, and she's like, stone for definition, stone for definition. Yes, that's what I do. Stone for definition. It works. This is another little trick that not a lot of people do, but I do it. If it looks, I'm trying to think which palette is it in. I think I can use the Natasha one. I only have a couple palettes up out here. Yeah, I can. So what you can do, take a fluffy brush and take like a pinky color and set it to brighten it up even more. Look how pretty that is. I love. Okay. And I was going to use pink from Dior, but I think I'm going to use something even brighter out of my last makeup haul. I got a lot of pink stuff specifically for this look. So we're just going to switch it all up. So ignore what I said earlier. I think actually we should use the birthday frosting from Polite Society. It makes it so, look how pink. Look. And so at the end, I always clean up right here because this is why I hate that line because that looks so weird. See, makes it a little bit smaller, brings it in a little bit. And there she is. I'm gonna do one more spray since I'm done with everything. Oh, my hair is a mess. I want to go brown, brunette. Do you think I should? What do we think, guys? I like it. I like how it turned. Yes, okay. Here's the finished look, guys.